Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 180.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Double right.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29.
Let's go.
A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get ready. My 52.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
All day, defense, all day. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, exit. Back north.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
26.
That's a 52. Packers first down. First and 10.
52. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check 52's the most. Check 52's the most.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first and 10, Stafford. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers, because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
7 at the 21-yard line.
Hey, you got 3 down.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 52. Go.
Rodgers now on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Man open, it's Goodwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Goodwin able to haul it in. So that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Touchdown, Packers! Kevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Stanford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd and 4.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the gun on 3rd down, Stanford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
13 yards, first down, Packers. Rodgers now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. This is Coleman. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
We taking wins on 50. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
2nd and a couple. Rodgers, and he slings one that's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, Echo.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vantage.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Monday. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Come on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Detroit.
Set. Yellow 20. 42. Let's go. Watch right. Omaha, ready, move. 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
Stafford on first down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
For that, lady, Zero.
On first down, Stafford here. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Stafford now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Monday. You got tight. You got tight right there.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now it's Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Right back to Coleman here on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, you got three, three down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Hey. Mike 50. Mike 50. Middle. Let's go.
Stafford on third down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Zadarius Smith, his second sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back. And
under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Get 300. Get 300. Go.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
Intended for Tevin Coleman. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I got you.
Rodgers now going to throw again, and that'll be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, but now it'll be 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 51.
Yeah, Liz. Mike 51.
Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Rodgers now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Watch the way. 88. 88.
Check 24.
61. Matchbox lights. Jump out.
51.
And again, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Pass from Stafford caught by Amendola. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And it's incomplete.
Stafford's pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. That's easy. Hey. Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Omaha, ready, move. Hey, White. Check 24.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Easy. Like 7. Hey, turn it up.
Throwing again is Stafford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers throwing again. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go, D.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Blue 58. They're going
to need some therapy after this.
Coleman now. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Check. Easy. 52's the mic. All day, dog.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers, that's caught. It's Coleman. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
No, check that.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
And middle.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
180. 180.
Right here, right here.
Hey.
Get him, get him, get him. You got it. Mike's 40. Mike's 42.
Here's Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 42's the Mike. 42's the Mike.
11. 11.
Back for the offense. Let's go. Check. 42's the Mike. Check. 42.
He's back to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
He's coming. Double up.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Double right.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there.